Right? Is a family man, a military veteran, and a successful entrepreneur for over 25 years. He has earned millions in three different industries, and he's come out of retirement for the fourth. Not only has he done pretty well for himself, but he's always doing what's best for his people. His goal is to help 10,000 families generate $5,000 per month in the next 2 to 5 years. What I respect most about this gentleman is the fact that he is truly a servant leader. So let me introduce to you the person who's helping our team launch our business and build legacy wealth, the VP of Leadership Development and one of the partners of the company, Mr. Samuel Bean.
Hey,
So are
hey, hey.
you ready?
Can you hear me, Sabrina?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I know you and Eddie, I guess y'all figured out y'all can't be unmuted at the same time, but it's all good. I'm excited, man. We've been waiting for this day for the last past 6 or 7 days, and guys, as you see, the lines are filling up, and it's going to keep on packing out, just because this is what type of people you're on the phone with today or on the Zoom with today. You know, Eddie and Sabrina are amazing human beings, great business people, and it's a pleasure doing business with them. And so tonight they've invited you guys here to take a look at their project or be a part of their Project 500 launch, right? And Project 500, what that is basically over the next, I would say, 3 to 6 months, they're going to empower 500 people all over the United States of America and give them opportunities that have a wide range. And I'm gonna go over those opportunities in just a moment. But the platform that we're going to do that launch on and help a lot of families build a lot of legacy wealth and some extra income is the BYLD platform. Okay, and so when you look at BYLD, it's a company. Just to kind of a little bit about the company. One that I really appreciated, and it's one that actually brought me out of retirement. Right, like she said, my wife and I, we've been blessed. We've had a measurable level of success in our lives. Like I said, 7 figures in 3 different industries, and that's because we learned from the best. You know, we really and truly have put ourselves in a position where um, we've been in the company of some amazing people. And so somebody introduced me to this company, and you know, when I looked at it, it was one of those things that said, you know, this is an opportunity not to make money. This is an opportunity to be significant and continue to build your legacy. You know, so when you leave this place, you'll be well remembered. And when I looked at the industries that I participated in, you know, I do have a network marketing background, and you know, even though this is not network marketing, for me, it gave me the ability to go ahead and finish what I started in network marketing. You know, every time we did a conversation or had a presentation with somebody back in the day, it was one of those things where we wished the best for them, we hoped the best for them. We knew for a fact we knew what to teach them and train them, but we knew that probably about 75 to 80% of the people were not qualified or were not going to do what was required to win. And when I looked at this platform, and I said to myself, look, this is something that people can actually do on a very part-time basis, make a 6 figure or multiple 6 figure income annually without recruiting and without it being network marketing. And that's the thing that got me, you know. And so whether you're here tonight, guys, to get rid of Uber, you know, to get rid of, you know, Airbnb or Uber Eats or whatever it is that you're doing, or get rid of a second job or put your kids to private school or whatever it is, or just to diversify or fire a boss, Bill can help you do that. So what we're going to do right now is going to go through this process and, you know, show you guys how you can build your mindset, build your career, build your business, and build your network. Okay. Starting with the platform, again, it's not network marketing. A person can have a career or a business in 4 different verticals, you know, one or all 4 or any of the 4, right? And so we look at high ticket sales, it's all the rave right now. A lot of people around the world are turning to high ticket sales companies as a way to make money these days, right? And so you see people online every day selling a lot of low ticket, projects and upcharging them, making a ton of money off of them. And that's, for me, that's not something I believe in, but to each his own. The verticals that you're gonna be hearing about tonight are verticals that millionaires and billionaires already invest in, already participate in, and you get a chance to come in for a nominal fee and participate just like they do and have the same type of returns that they do. Okay. So when you look at businesses, guys, but today, more than any other day in the history of the United States of America, you have to own a business, right? Jobs are going away like yesterday. As a matter of fact, the CEO of LinkedIn said one day's jobs won't exist. Back in the day, we always heard that it was only going to be the poor class and the wealthy, the middle class would go away. And now people are looking at AI. People are looking at outsourcing, businesses and jobs outside the company, outside the country. And they're doing anything and everything that they can to eliminate positions at the places that you work. And guys, I want you to understand that it's not personal, it's business. Okay, what they're looking at is their bottom line. And for a person who doesn't have a plan B and a business to, transition to, you're setting yourself up for a big letdown, right? And so a lot of people out there right now are seeing this, as we speak, and it's hard to deal with because there's not enough jobs to go around. And a lot of people are right now in bad places and they're experiencing things that like you see on the screen right here, from debt, crisis, layoffs, inflation, all the way down to recessions and displacement and job displacements, right? But people who have companies that are very, very smart business people and entrepreneurs, they're not going through these things, right? People who are investors, right? Who are putting themselves in positions where they're making their money work for them. They're not going through these things, right? And so I want you guys to know that there are ways for you to go out there and again, eat and live like the big dogs. Guys, you got to ask yourself, if you had the opportunity, how many of you would actually trade your job, to be the CEO of Uber, trade your job to be the CEO of Airbnb, trade your job with Jeff Bezos to be Amazon, right? These are people who were smart enough to see that there's a need and they understand that a person who feels a need, feels a void, that individual is the one that becomes the millionaire and the billionaire. That's the person who solves a problem, which by virtue and by the very definition is entrepreneur. Okay. But if you look at these companies, as they are empowering millions of people around the US and outside the US with their gigs in this gig economy. But nobody's really getting rich. Not the masses are not getting rich. They're getting by, right? And it's serving the purpose. It's like a band-aid. Is getting people from, to a point where they can pay their bills and they can survive until they figure out what the next step is. Okay. Well, when you look at this conversation we're going to have today, guys, just take some really good copious notes, like Sabrina said, and you'll see that the gig that we're offering you guys here today is not just one that can put you in a really good economic status, but it could put you in a position where you never have to worry about money again as long as you live, if you allow it. Okay. So when you look at companies, most people out there are not qualified to evaluate businesses. They've never been taught. Now, they can evaluate employment and jobs, right? And they're real good at that. But the moment they have to make a business decision, they can't. Okay. And so when you look at the things that you want to look at when you're looking at opportunities, you want to make sure it checks these boxes, right? You want to make sure that they are in industries with a big target market and low market penetration, essential goods and services like gas, electricity, water, habits, and addictions. Okay, industries that will thrive in good and bad economies, guys. And so the companies that we're representing, that we partner with, they all check these boxes and some. Okay, and so when you look at these companies, these are four of the verticals that we participate in right now, and we're going to be adding more. We actually have more and more coming. But what you'll see is that we're creating an ecosystem, kind of like what Apple did. Okay, when you had the Mac, and they had the computer, and it was a beautiful computer, great fonts. People went crazy over it, and it was reliable, right? And then when people bought into that, they also bought into the iPod, the iPad, the iPhone, the iTunes, iTV, and everything else beginning with I, based on, the fact that it was all in that one ecosystem. And when you buy one thing and fall in love with it, everything else flows. Well, when you look at what we're doing the same thing, but it's going to be in the home essentials industry. Okay, anything and everything that to do with the real estate industry and market, guys, and money, we're going to have in this ecosystem. Okay, so starting with solar, which is our flagship service, guys, we have residential and commercial. Now, when you look at solar, why start with solar? Well, from an economic impact, per household, guys, we're now bringing people home from that second job, because a person who's going out there working 25 to 30 hours a week and they're making 2,500 to $3,000 a month, they can do one deal with us, guys. And when they do that one deal, they're making $6,000 to $10,000 per deal on average. Okay. So the people who are driving Uber, the people who are Uber Eats, people who are out there doing, Etsy, at Shopify, all these things, that DoorDash, all these things that they're doing, guys, you can do that from home and make exponentially more money, one solar deal per month. A person who's just barely making it, they'll need an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, guys. One deal will take care of you for 2 or 3 months. It ain't even about getting rich. It's just about getting, to a point to where you can breathe. Okay. Then you have water. The water filtration industry is huge. It's fast growing. 2 years ago, I think it was $7.8 billion was generated in the water industry here in the United States of America. And last year, 2023, it was 8.45 billion in the water generation, or water filtration industry, right? And so right now, as we partner with the manufacturer that brought alkaline water here to the United States of America, right? Person's very, very passionate about helping people extend their lives based on the quality of the water that they drink. Okay. You got to think about the water that you cook with, the water that you bathe in, right? And everything else, water that you drink and consume. And I'm not just talking about the water that's coming out of your house. I'm talking about the water that's coming out of the bottles that you buy from the stores. It's not good water, right? Test it, right? But we think it's good water, clean water, because it comes from a store. Guys, you'll be amazed at what you're drinking, and when you see what's in that water, you can't unsee it. But just getting back to the company that we partner with, Rain H2O is the name of our company. Person who makes our machines, guys, they make an amazing machine, the best machine on the market, and it's half the price as the other machines that are out there, but we pay way more money. Like those other companies out there, they may pay you $100, $200, $300 per machine. Guys, we pay you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,100 per machine. Okay. Then when you look at security, there's always been a need for security and always will be a need for security. And I'm gonna just tell you, that need increases. The more and more jobs go away, that need increases, right? And so ADT and Brinks, guys, they've been around for a while, and people who are looking for some extra money, they're making $500 to $700 per transaction, and we have people doing 2 and 3 transactions a week, not a month. But even if it was just a month, guys, an extra $1,500 to $2,000 a month will change some people's lives, right? Now, what's also going to change the game, right? We're not a Me Too company, as you guys can see. What's going to change the game is we have a military-grade portable security system that's coming first quarter of 2025, in January to be specific. Now, it's a plug-and-play situation. So you have a security system, take it in the house, plug it up, set up the monitoring, and when an intruder opens the door, opens the window, the pressure in the home changes, guys. And when that actually happens, what ends up happening is the intruder leaves because there's no way for them to stop the alarm from going off. See, with ADT and Brinks and other security systems where you have hard wiring, they can trip the system. But think about it. And when you have criminals out there, guys, they're getting smarter and smarter and smarter. And think about it, every time a criminal gets arrested and go to prison for breaking and entering, guess who they talk to? Other criminals that got arrested for the same thing. And they get together and they figure out how to overcome it the next time they get back out. Okay. This won't happen. So when you look at, women who are working late nights at their offices, or young women who are going to colleges, and you hear all the horror stories about what happens in their dormitory rooms when, men enter their rooms, guys, somebody opens up your daughter's dormitory room, it's going to go off, and it won't go off. They can't stop it. Okay. So that's a real big need. And when that comes out, not only will you have a commission for the sale, but we're going to pay your residual income on the monitoring, amongst other things, starting with our Smart Money Club and our rewards benefits. Okay. So with that said, let me go ahead and talk to you about these industries that we're in, guys. And when you look at solar, solar is one of those things I never thought about from a business perspective. I thought about it being on my house, right? And there's still a whole lot of it in my neighborhood, but you can kind of tell something was brewing because they were popping up all over the place. And when I actually got a chance to look deep into this when this was presented to me. I started looking at all the facts and all the figures, and I started noticing all the trends. I started realizing where this is actually going, right? And I'm looking at the numbers, and I tell people all the time, men and women lie, but numbers don't, guys. When you look at these numbers, they're staggering. 90 million eligible homes out there. 90 million eligible homes out there. Only 5 million of them have gone solar, right? So 85 million are left. And when you say, well, solar, why, are people pushing solar right now? Well, let's start with the government. Okay. When you have the government pushing what you sell, guys, that's what we call a clue. Okay. Right now, if you look at the presidency, guess what? Elon Musk is now a part of the president's cabinet. So how fast you think solar is going to grow now? Right. Right now, you got to think about what's being mined out there. Lithium, right? Lithium battery. They call it the white gold right now. Is because, guys, that's where everything is turning. See, not only do we have to worry about losing oil, to the BRICS, that big table of countries that are now looking to do business outside of America, but you got to think about the grids and what these countries and what these states in the United States are doing. They're basically saying we only have three grids: East Coast, West Coast, and Texas, and they're all overwhelmed, right? They're all really and truly to the point to where they have to be maintained every day because America is growing. People come here every day. Guess what? Houses are being built every day, and that's if every house is being built, that's another 8 to 12 kilowatts of energy going on a grid that already can't hold it. So right now, the US is giving billions of dollars back to these cities, states, and counties to actually encourage people to go solar. We're talking about massive incentives. In certain places, guys, they're paying you to go solar. They're paying not just, you a discount on your, let's say, tax deduction, but they're giving you money, thousands of dollars, to actually go solar. Some states are paying you to have solar, to buy the solar back that you're creating from the sun. And so it's a lot going on, right? And so here's some of the actual benefits that consumers have to look forward to. Saving up to 50% on energy costs, right? We're seeing on average about 30 to 40% with our deals. 0% down with various financing options, three as low as 3.9%, which is what mine was. And when you look at a person who may need a roof, because some people may need a roof because it's old or it's damaged, roof repairs and roof replacement, when you qualify, can be rolled into that actual transaction, and you still have 0% down. And guess what? Your bill still may be cheaper than what it was before the roof replacement. Okay, so blackout protection using specific batteries. So these backup batteries are very crucial to a lot of people who they get hit by storms a lot. I have rolling blackouts, right? In Texas, I'm right here in Houston, right here at the Gulf. I keep a hurricane in my pocket, right? And so I would say about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, we had one. Lights went out. We had people who were displaced anywhere from 3 days to 12 days. It basically 2.8, almost 3 million people, 3 million homes without electricity. One of the worst, catastrophes out there. What was worse than that, 44 people died based on the fact they didn't have any electricity whatsoever. Life-saving devices went powerless. People could not properly cool their homes or heat their homes, right? Big problems. Wasn't the first time. When we had the freeze years ago, people laughed at us because the grid broke down, right? 39 people died during that freeze. So when you have a battery, right, you have a complete system that when a blackout happens, you won't participate in that blackout. Okay. Talk a little bit about tax credits of 30%, guys. You have money coming back from the government, or you owe the government money rather. You can offset that with this, or you can allow the banks to use that. And when they use it, your bill goes down even further. Okay. So the value of your home, it's an asset, right? For those of you who understand that, you're buying a home to have something to own, right? And the value of that home goes up immediately when you throw your own electric company on the roof, right? A person who's buying a house, it's very attractive to them because guess what? They're buying a home that has no electric bill, okay? And so your neighbors, their bill at some point in time is going to be $800 a month, $900,000 a month, and yours will be null, right, and void. So that's the thing you want, right? Clean energy, guys, that goes without saying. But look at the numbers, right? I'm a numbers guy. because of this business. And when you look at, the numbers in 2022, someone went solar every 44 seconds, right? And 2023, someone went solar every 39 seconds. And when it comes to business, right? What Warren Buffett said, people who want to fail in business, they go in business and do their passion. And they fail because people don't care anything about your passion. People will buy what they want and what they need. And when you actually deliver that to them, you live the rest of your life enjoying your passions. Well, guys, last week, 497,000 people went to the internet to search for solar installers. Guys, it's getting, I would say getting worse, but it's getting better for us because they're looking for people like us. Okay. So when you look at the companies that we chose to partner with, again, high quality. This company happens to be the number one in the U.S. when it comes to solar installation. Okay. Every company out there, guys, they basically give you a 25-year guarantee on the equipment, right? And with the panels, the wiring, stuff like that. Guys, we give you 25-year guarantee on that and the production. So everything you see right there, from guaranteed power, guaranteed loss of savings, return to you, and guaranteed production, we're putting our money where our mouth is. So when you look at Freedom Forever, though, guys, number one, award-winning company, been around since 2011, and they've done right at about 160,000 installs. And guess what? They've done it in 36 states. It's not a place that's just in California, right? It's not just in 2 or 3 states, 2 or 3 cities, 2 or 3 counties in 36 states. And we do commercial in 50, okay? What do you see here? Good question. And again, most people would say opportunity. It's about solar. You're looking at roofs and you say, you know what? Obviously, he wants to say opportunity because there are no solar panels on those roofs. When what I see here is I see a lot of people who are paying for something and they're not benefiting from it. Right? You talk to people right now and about solar. Person, you know what? I don't want to go solar. Okay, that's fine. But you're already paying for it. Okay? And most people don't know that. Guys, what happens is this: when you look at solar, every electric company, guys, hear me out. Every electric company at this point in time either owns a solar farm or they have a vested stake in it, which is now producing their electricity. The days of them actually producing all of your electricity off of fossil fuel, those days are over. Though that's what they want you to believe. They still do that, but right now they're transitioning, right? Right, they're evolving, right, and they're depending on you to stay the same. They don't want you to evolve. They don't want you to evolve your information, your education. They don't want you to get smarter. They want you to continue to pay for their projects. And I say that because if you look at your bill, guys, 90%, like 9 out of 10 times, every time I ask somebody to see their bill, 9 out of 10 times, what I'm seeing is the energy, the deliverance of the energy, and then you have miscellaneous and then you have renewable energy project, right? Renewable energy project, something of that. If you see something that has anything with renewable energy on it, that's code for solar farms, right? So and it's going to be something that's going to mess you up. It's like it's so small, it's inconsequential to you. It's like $1.40 per $1.40 to $4.50, maybe $6.70. But we're talking about over millions of customers. That is, they created a crowdfunding project to make you pay for everything that they're going to buy, right? And then turn around and charge you for it. Okay, so again, you're already paying for solar. You should just go ahead and now put it on your roof. Okay, so speaking of people who put it on there, matter of fact, let me go back because this is I want to make sure I address this properly. I see some people from California on here, right? I see Chris, Erica, I see Roxy. Guys, the people in California drive up the highway into Bakersfield, from LA, and you'll see solar farms on the side of the road. Vegas, you'll see solar farms. I did some research here in Texas, and Amarillo, Austin, Dallas, San Antonio, Garland, Houston, and Killeen. Guys, all of them have all of those electric companies in those cities have electric solar farms, right? And so I was paying for somebody else's solar farm. I'm not now because I have my own solar system because of this company. But I just want you guys to know that there's a lot happening right now that you're unaware of, right? And so when you look at the people who are going solar and some of the deals, I want to give you both sides of the table, because what we've done is we created a win-win situation for the consumer and the people who are out there making the sales. Okay. One thing you'll find out real fast is you won't see any complaints about my company when it comes to price gouging. We don't price gouge because we don't have to, right? The customer here, Century 21 agent, went and called one of his customers and let them know that they were now in solar. Customer was paying $287 a month before our company, $148 after, never to increase, one day to go away. Okay. Now that Century 21 agent shared that commission with one of our solar experts, right? Because the solar expert actually did the presentation for the homeowner. Okay, so they split that $6,400. You can see what they earned, $3,200 each, right? Then you have an EXP real estate agent, right, out of Florida, did the same exact thing. His customer, $410 a month before us, $290 a month after us, and then they split the deal. $8,200, right, is what they earn. $4,100 each. Guys, these people's bills are going down and they're staying down. And that's the only bill they have. They're replacing one big bill for a small bill, right? The only thing you have now at that point in time to do is pay the electric company a small connection fee of anywhere from $4 to $11. Okay. And so the more and more you educate yourself, guys, you'll realize that, a solar presentation, as you see on the bottom, it's not a presentation, it's an IQ test, right? So energy costs over time here, just go back 5 years and look at what you were paying, for electricity. And now you'll see that most of you guys are seeing your energy bill go up once or twice a year now, right? And when you look at what it's going to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now on that home that you own, it's not going to be the same, guys. It's always going to go up. And I was reading a press clipping today about California. It says all the prices of energy going up because everybody's going solar. The answer is yes, because the more and more people that go solar, the less and less people pay for the grid and the energy company's expenses. So they have to put that burden of finance on you, right? The ones who don't have solar. As also, let me give you a common sense approach to this as well. You don't rent. For those of you don't rent because you want to own. It makes no sense for you to actually live in a home for 30 years and pay someone else while you're living there and never to own that home. So why wouldn't you do the same exact thing for your energy? Why wouldn't you, instead of just leasing it or renting your energy, why wouldn't you pay it off and one day own your own electric company? Okay. And so I'll leave it with you like that. Because again, this is one thing I want to make sure we get off this call today. You get off educated. Okay. So when it comes to business, for me, I have this philosophy. I don't take advice from people I would not trade places with. Okay. And so when I look at Warren Buffett, say when he's one of the smartest, investors in the world, right? And so when he said that energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth, he meant it. He meant it to the tune of him investing $10 billion of his own money into clean energy. Okay. And so for me, again, lithium, clean energy, all that good stuff I'm investing in because again, he's done it first. Right? Follow the leader. 7 ways we get paid. Well, one of the most important ways for me is for a person to be able to come in here and make money on their own accord. Right? Individual who you don't want to be a part of a team. You don't want to go out here and open up your own brokerage. You just want a career and you want to be able to come and go as you please. You want to be able to do deals as you please. You want to be able to clock in and clock out, on your career as you please, right? So you can do this part-time or full-time legitimately. Like I said earlier, no team building required, no network marketing, right? You do a deal, you get paid. Okay. How much of the deal you get paid on depends on you. You can do one part of the deal or you can do both parts of the deal after you qualify, but that deal pays you 70% of the actual commission. So on average, if this commission is $10,000, guys, for this specific install on a commission that's going to be $7,000. Okay. If you do one part and the expert does other part, it's $3,500 each. But let me share with you how simple it is for you to make the first part. Okay. It's 3 steps, guys. Step number one, you know, ask them if you want to pique their interest, right? And give them the benefits. It's just something as simple as saying, hey, Beverly, real quick, anybody ever, talk to you about, how to own the energy that your home is producing or that the sun is producing? No. Okay. Well, let me share with you some of these benefits, right? And some of the value and reasons why other people are going solar. Give them the same benefits that I gave you earlier, right? And when they say, you know what, I never knew that, I want to know more information. Everybody says that, Beverly, this is what I need from you. Give me your bill, right? I'll take your bill and I'll do you a big solid because I'm not a solar expert. I'm a real estate a broker, and I opened up my own solar division. I have people who specialize in that. They do all of that for me. You don't want me talking to you about solar, right? So you set the appointment. That's step number 3, and then you get out of the way. Once you set the appointment with the mentor, with the expert, guys, you just sit there. If you want to be a part of that meeting, you can be. You are allowed. You can sit there and learn. If one day you want to be a mentor, or you just want more information on how solar works and operates, right? But the mentor, they're going to take that homeowner, through a presentation, 10 minutes, and they're going to educate them on the solar energy and anything and everything energy around their home. 2, they're going to show them the design of the solar panel layout on their roof that they got from the address that was on the bill, right? And then they're going to show them what is going to be per month, what their discounts are going to be per month based on the 12-month usage that they got from the bill, right? Then they're going to help them with the financing, right? And once they get them financed and that person makes the buying decision, guys, both of you guys get paid. And guess what you did? Pique a person's interest, get the bill, set the appointment, $3,500 or $4,000 or $10,000, whatever your half is. Okay. Now, the mentor, to become a mentor in the company is extremely simple, right? And I say simple, the numbers as easy as 1, 2, 3. 3 training sales presentations that you sit in with a mentor so you can learn, take notes, and be able to go through that same process with people who we are going to now refer to you. Okay. Close 5 deals on your own, though, right? Bring 5 deals to the table, close those deals successfully, and then you'll notify us. We have you complete a company certification. And once you do that, we put your name in lights. People can click on the drop down box, find you, see your name, what city and state you're in, and you can actually go to work for them, right? Now, the other thing is this: a person who doesn't want to be a mentor, but they want to do both sides of the transaction, they do 3 sales with a mentor, guys. And guess what? At that point in time, they can now start doing deals that they bring to the table and get both sides of the commission. But a mentor, when you're a great mentor and people like your style and they know that you educate well, right? They want you to help them do the same exact thing. So let's say you have at least 4 people per month that want you to help them. In this example, that's 12 different sales. That's $3,500 a sale per the example I gave you earlier. That's $42,000 in commissions, guys, per month. It's $500,000 a year. And remember, this is part-time. So Zig Ziglar, the late great Zig Ziglar, said it best: you will get all you want in life, guys, if you help enough people get what they want. Basically saying that if you put everybody else's family first, you or your family will never ever be last, right? And so you become the founder of the feast, and when you do that, guys, your money will go out there and multiply without your involvement, right? So let's say in this example here, Marcus, I saw Marcus, log in here, one of the guests for Sabrina and Eddie. Marcus is a consultant at this point in time in this example. He basically invited me to the company in this example. I do a deal. He gets 20% of the deal that I did. Now, remember, there was $3,000 left over in that transaction that I went over earlier, and he's going to get 20% of that $3,000. That's $600. And Marcus was nowhere around, right? I brought the deal to the table. Let's say Eddie closed the deal. We got the 70%. He got 20% of the 3,000 that was left, or the 30% that was left. Say I do 5 deals, that's $3,000. Let's say, Marcus brings on Angel. Angel does 5 deals. That's 10 deals in a 60-day period of time, right? So that now makes Marcus a manager. Now Marcus gets 30% instead of 20. And 30% of $3,000 is $900 times 10 deals is $9,000 that Marcus made without doing anything except for bringing us to the table. Guys, that's what brokers do all over the United States of America. Okay? It's not just solar brokers, real estate brokers, mortgage brokers, insurance brokers. Guys, if you can bring people to the table and you can educate people, you'll get paid in direct proportion to the level of professionalism and skill set you can equip them with. As you have people who make nothing because they don't teach anybody nothing, but you have people who are making millions of dollars because they have sales forces that they invested in and trained them very, very well. So when you look at our company, we're wanting to reward people for going out there and doing what we want them to do, which is build up this corporation, right? So all the way up to 45% on your directs, 25% of your people down in depth. And then we're even offering you guys up to 5% of a part of that 5% profit sharing or company-wide pool. Okay? And so we want you to be very, very successful. We want you to be very, very well paid. Let me say that, because when you are, it helps you build a bigger sales force, because when you go and tell it, everybody else is going to come, right? So managers in this example, as I say, you have 10 people in your team that do a deal a month. For those people you brought on, the other 6 were down in depth. That's $6,300 in this example based off the $10,000 commission. Okay. You do one deal, both sides, yourself in a month. That's $13,300 total. That's $150,000 plus per year part-time. Okay. You see what I said? You don't need a part-time job. You see what I said? You don't need to drive Uber, Airbnbs and stuff like that, guys. None of this money, you don't have to go and rent 3 and 4 and 5 apartments, and put furniture in all of them and do bad things to your credit when you don't make enough money for the Airbnb to pay for itself. As we do this from home, right? And we have highly skilled people train our sales force. So you double it, everybody do 2 instead of 1, and now you're at 20 grand a month, $250,000 a year. Okay. So kind of give you a contrast between the brick and mortar companies out there and the click and order businesses that we're running right now. Brick and mortar companies that are solar companies, guys, think about this for a second. It costs them anywhere from $150,000 to $250,000 to open up a company, maybe $15,000 to $35,000, $50,000 a month to run it and scale it, marketing and advertising. And you get 100% of all this stuff and some when you do that, right? In that location. Well, we get 100% of all this stuff and some, guys. Oh, and by the way, it's not just solar. We also get water. We also have security, and we also have everything that we will bring to the table as well, not just solar. And guess what? We get it for $200. That's what we open up our brokers with, $200, guys. This is about working smarter, not harder, wiser, and more financially effective, right? And so we're trading in those 4 walls, right, for a lot of money, right? They have money that comes into the companies, but they have so much overhead that we make more money per deal than they do. We don't have overhead like that. So that's the contrast. That's the difference. So when you're looking at careers, a person who wants to be a salesperson, you just do the same thing a real estate person would do. Only difference is you don't have to go take an exam. You just pay the fees to get started, $149 down, $49 a month. And now at this point in time, you're in business for yourself, not by yourself, and you can sell as much as you want or as little as you want. Okay. You can even recruit your own sales force in this situation if you want to. Okay. And by the way, if you do that, you bring on 4 people, guys, that $49 goes away. But I want to talk to you guys about wealth right now, wealth creation. I want to talk to you guys about an exit strategy, working your way out of a job, right? And or a bad situation financially. And when you take the business builder approach, that business builder approach where you get a chance to now open up your own brokerage and have a sales force that you recruit, $199 down, $99 a month. And when you get 4 guys, you pay no more, right? I've never paid the $99 because I've always had more than 4 people. But what comes with this, guys, is way more valuable than $200. So the Smart Money Club membership is one of the first things that come with it. And you can see here, financial mastery, business mastery, all of this stuff comes with it. This is the stuff that you see these other high ticket sale companies that are popping up like popcorn all over the internet. They sell this stuff for $200,000, $500,000 initially. And then they turn around and say, hey, if you want the real information, right? If you want all of my secrets, I'll give it to you for $10,000. Or you can meet me over in Cancun and we'll do a weekend for $25,000. Guys, again, uh, we don't make our money, jipping you and overcharging you. Like what we're giving you for $200 is a joke. Okay. Think about what you'll be able to pass down to your family, your kids, grandkids. You'll be able to teach them about their credit and how to keep it healthy. Taxes, CPAs, investments. Guys, we have investments that are coming to the Smart Money Club that you'll be able to invest in. Tax-free retirement, how to put your money away and borrow from yourself when it comes to banks. All of this stuff, guys, you get for free, right? And so you get it with your membership. Let me say that. Okay. Now, another thing you get as we're wrapping this up is you get the rewards membership, guys, and this is fantastic because again, just way more value, right? A person who likes to eat, and I think we all do. Some of us, eat to live, and then you have some of us who live to eat, right? And we are foodies, and we love restaurants, everything from fast food all the way up to steakhouses. Right here in Houston, we have Texas Day Brazil, Texas Roadhouse, Vic and Anthony's also on there the other day, as well as Ruth's Chris, a lot of steakhouses and stuff like that, guys. Big time, big time discounts, right? 150,000 retailers. So you can do anything from buying clothes to taking your kids, to places like bouncy houses, movies, all those type of activities, cruises, vacation spots, 150,000 vacation spots when it comes to resorts and things like that around the world. I've used it 3 times or 2 times already, and I've saved a ton of money in Vegas, Los Angeles at the LAX, and I would have saved money in Cancun on the vacation we just went on had I known about the membership before we booked it. Okay. And so this is valuable as well, right? And so this comes with your business brokerage because the one thing about that business brokerage is this, guys. We want to make sure that you guys, not just learn how to make money. We want to make sure you learn how to scale it, diversify with it, create legacy income with it, and enjoy it. Okay. So last thing as we wrap up is when you talk about leveraging, a lot of people don't have a lot of money. Like people didn't have, like right now, if you wanted to go buy one Bitcoin, you would have to have about $92,000. Most people don't have that. If you wanted to buy an ounce of gold, it'd probably be about $2,000, $3,000 right now. I don't know where gold is at, but you would have to have about $2,000, $3,000 for an ounce, right? And so most people don't have a lot of discretionary income hanging around, right? But a person can invite people to, our high ticket platform, and when they become a part of our high ticket platform, they grow out their sales force, they grow out their brokerage, guys. As it gets bigger, as you can see, okay, you can make anywhere from $500 a month residual income to $250,000 a month residual. Now, keep in mind, you don't even have to worry about bringing all these people in, guys. Again, it's you exposing people, and their people will expose people as well. It's no different than these insurance companies that allow you to build your own brokerage. The parent company overrides the whole entire umbrella. Okay. And so I want you to think like the billionaires right now from a hundredaire and a thousandaire perspective, right? In a position, right? So say you basically you're $500 away from going. Most people who go bankruptcy today, guys, they say if they had extra $500 to $1,000 a month coming into the household, they can stay out of bankruptcy, right? We'll help you. Right now, I know Sabrina and Eddie, they have well over 50 people in their brokerage right now. Angel, who introduced them to it, she has well over 100 people, 200 people, 300 people in her brokerage right now. Guys, they just started introducing this common sense opportunity to people, this rejection proof opportunity to people. Okay. And so keep in mind, they're making money residually, but this is what I want to share with you. They're doing it the Jeff Bezos way. Okay. When I say the Jeff Bezos way, Jeff Bezos has 200 million subscribers that subscribe for Amazon Prime, right? And if I ask you how he created his wealth, you would say he sells stuff. He sells nothing. The company allows people to sell their products on it, and then they get affiliates to sell those products as well. And he makes something off of all those sales, but his security and his wealth comes from the subscriptions. Okay. I want you to behave and think like Jeff Bezos, right? So you can be wealthy, free, secure, and happy and live a high quality life like he does. Guys, and he's not the only one. You go on YouTube right now, guys, and just type in for fun, subscriber-based businesses. You'll start to see a slew of stuff that's out there, right? But as we wrap up, guess what? Netflix, when COVID kicked off and you guys decided that, you're on Netflix and chill, 260 million people, 260 million subscribers subscribe to Netflix, right? Forget what they sell. 239 million people subscribe to Spotify. Forget the in-app purchases, right? HBO, 100 million people subscribe to HBO. So again, but for me, I'm on this Bezos tip right now, and that's my next move. Right, outside of helping people, that's why I came back. And so, me personally, I don't know why you're here today, and I don't know why you took Sabrina and Eddie up on their offer, or whoever invited you from their sales force today or their brokers today. But you can get it done here for $200, guys. $200. Think about this for a second. Most of you spent $200. A lot of you spent $200, at a dinner and a movie last weekend on something. Somebody went shopping, spent more than $200 on it. It's not going to give you a return on that investment. Okay. And I'm going to just tell you, here in the land of milk and honey, in the land of the free, where opportunities are vast and people are dying to be here in this country because of the opportunities. If you can't put your hands on $200, guys, this should be the last time in your life that you should be able to say that, right? And not be lying. $200 can change everything for you and will help you. So get back with the person, guys, that invited you out when this is over. But before it's over, I'm going to bring Eddie and Sabrina up so they can address the audience, guys. And but I do look forward to working with each and every last one of you guys who see the value in what we do.